But we're getting really, and this is the perfect place to say this in a worship school, we're getting really dangerously close to this thing where we're just saying all the time, well, because we don't want to sound just like Jesus culture, like that's something, like there's something evil, or we don't need to sound like Hillsong, like there's something wrong with what they do. I was telling Austin, I had this like epiphany, and it says, you know, when a child comes out of the womb, they have no language. And so for a lot of beginner worshipers, for a lot of, you know, Austin's been doing this forever. I've been doing this. Tandy and I have been leading worship for 15 years, so we have a sound when we're together. But my wife she's been playing acoustic guitar and leading worship for like 3 years. So you know what Jesus culture and Hillsong and that stuff is for her? It's her new language. And then once that language starts mastering, then, you know, like the accent starts coming out, and her own little twang, her own little slang, her own little... Do you understand what I'm saying? So can we just be very, very careful about cursing something that is so beautiful and has so much impact and has so much influence? Listen, I mean, when I was my son's age, 15, the only worship album there was to listen to, at least where I grew up, was Ron Canoli, Lift Him Up. And I love that album, alright? Dude, I'll throw down all honor right now. I mean, like you have... I'll throw it down. Thank you. See, he's on cue. But I was unaware that there was Morning Star. I was unaware that there was Vineyard. I didn't know any of that stuff, right? That stuff was so... It was not on my radar. But my kids now have all that stuff to draw from, plus just it's everywhere. Like, worship is so available. It's so readily available to a generation. And so I'm understanding that one day, where Tandy is in her journey of being a solo worship leader, or where my son Devin is in his journey of learning how to be a worship guitar player, and he kind of has my gift mix and knows that that's what his calling is, that one day he'll have his own language. But for now, Jesus culture and Bethel and IHOP and others, Hillsong, that is a powerful launching pad for a generation that, when I was learning how to do this 20 years ago, just wasn't as readily available, and I'm so thankful for it. Now, if you've been doing it for 20 years and you're still just going from lily pad to lily pad, whatever the hottest thing is, copying everybody else's style, and tomorrow, you know, or next month when Rick Pino's album comes out, then you're going to try to sound like Rick Pino because he has a new album out. And then when somebody else's album comes out after that, then you're going to, you know, then that's a maturity issue. But I just want to say, let's not curse our blessings. We are tremendously blessed in the body of Christ to have this thriving culture of worship music and worship musicians. There's a young army.
That's right.
They're not coming, I mean, they're here. Some of us are not aware of them, but there's a young army of worship missionaries, artists, and they're taking that springboard and they're jumping off into their own thing, and they have their own thing, and it's pretty awesome. I've seen it, and it's pretty amazing. So